All right, the reverb works. There we go. That's better. Well, hello there, everybody. Day Sleeper, how you doing? Good to see you. Chris, how you doing, buddy? Good to see. Oh, Chris. Tonight, I won an auction. One of my favorite local auction houses had an auction tonight. I won a lot of about 75 Star Trek books. And I'm bringing them here for the next Sci-Fi show. I don't have them in hand yet, but probably pick them up Friday. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And then I got to see. It's either this weekend or next weekend. Is my friend with the slammers and all that stuff. So we'll see what that Pog thing looks like, and we'll go from there. But all right, hey everybody. Well, welcome. It's good to see everybody. Good to see some new faces and some good old friends. My name is Chris. It's the Cool and Common stream. It is a Wednesday night, last time I checked. That means it must be time for the book show. And since the last time we met, last weekend, let's see, Saturday, Lehigh University had their big university clean out yard sale where you get to pick through everything the students leave and or donate. So I picked up a couple interesting books there. And one of our local churches runs an annual book sale. And they literally have about 40,000 books or so every year, all donated, every kind of genre you can think of, every shape, size. Well, I found some good sci-fi. The sci-fi stuff was picked through by the time I got there, but I still found some pretty neat stuff. So everything's sitting there in the store. Got plenty of good stuff sitting there in the store right next to me. But I'm gonna start by just pinning up some of these local books that I recently picked up, and let's run through them. Not only did I get, I'm going to start with some Michael Crichton, but not only did I get some cool Michael Crichton, I picked up more than a half a dozen fantasy sci-fi magazines, which are always fun to go through. So let's start with the Michael Crichton first. We got Timeline, cool little time travel book here. Spine clean, nice and square. Book's in real nice shape. There's the man. Rest in peace, Dr. Crichton. Timeline. Let's get this one going. 30 seconds, a little too long. Let's go 15 seconds. $3 starts. $3 starts. First of his, see, I liked all that Michael Crichton stuff. There was a time where I was doing a lot of traveling on planes, and I would read a Crichton book on every flight I went on. So we got Robbie the Robot back there, keeping us company. Let's go up a little bit here. There we go. Speaking of flying, Michael Crichton, Airframe. Gently red on the spine, it looks. Although with everything going on at the airports and with airplanes these days, I don't know if you want to read this book. Just turn on the news. Read them on drives. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say. Well, either that or audiobooks, one or the other. Let's get this one going. $3, 15 seconds. I think what was the first Michael Crichton book I read? It was one of his medical books. One of those first early medical books that he wrote. About using science and technology in, I got another timeline if anyone's interested. It was like the amazing future where people will use computers to help diagnose patients. It's remarkable. Congo. Disclosure was another good book. Congo, I don't know. Slightly disappointing movie, I would say, yeah. Congo. Good book, man movie. Yes, there you go, exactly. There's the hot take on Congo. Good book, meh, movie. It was a movie. You know what I was watching right before I came down here? I've been wanting to catch it for a while, and it's on Tubi right now. Tubi. Um, Color Out of Space, the version with Nicolas Cage in it. I'm watching that right now. I'm a little more than halfway through. I'm gonna finish it up after the show. I think there was a 1960s. I think there was a 1960s version that I saw, and that was pretty good. That was very faithful to the book, to the story. This one I know takes a few liberties, but it's pretty cool. This, what I'm holding in my hand, is an unread Scholastic's copy of H.G. Wells' classic, The Time Machine. Let's get that one going. Yeah, Color Out of Space is one of those kind of gothic space horrors where, spoiler alert, there's like a meteorite crashes and an alien force older than time, older than the universe, starts to make its presence felt. All right, this is unique. I like finding unique stuff. This is unique. Check this out. Doubleday science fiction hardcover. Universe 10. Edited by Terry Carr. 10 brand new entries from the award-winning Universe series. Saving Face by Michael Bishop, A Source of Innocent Merriment, James Tiptree, And All the Skies Are Full of Fish, R.A. Lafferty, Bête et Noire, Lee Kellogg, Confessions of Hamo, Mary C. Pangorn, The John Sebastian Bach Memorial Barbecue and Nervous Breakdown, love that title, Carter Schultz, First Person Plural, F.M. Busby, The Ugly Chickens, Special Non-Fact Articles, interesting. Enter through the stellar portal of Universe 10, where an astronaut must confront humanity's ultimate fear of the unknown. Wander into a colony filled with artistic bizarreness and taste the delicious evil nature of Bête et Noire. Take Edgar Rice Burroughs one step further to a place where extinct creatures from Earth's past re-emerge. That sounds like Jurassic Park right there. All right. This is it's got a 70s feel to it. Let's double check. Let's check the date on this one. It's got a very 70s, late 70s, early 80s feel to it. And there you go. Copyright 1980. It's very nice. It's in good shape. Dust covers looking good. Universe 10. $3. 15 seconds. This little anthology of short stories. Nice easy read. Sukyo, welcome. Thanks for stopping on in. Let's see, let's put this on the bottom over there so we don't block the other books. All right, how about let's jump into the Fantasy and Sci-Fi magazine. Sometimes we get some good stuff here. We'll start these up at $2 on each of these. The 44th anniversary issue of Fantasy and Sci-Fi. Wall, Stone, Kraft, Walter John Williams, Bruce Sterling, Jane Yolen, Robert Reed, Alan Steele, and Jonathan Lethem. Got the cool tour book ad on the back. Like that. A fantasy sci-fi. Let's see, how much did it cost? 1 year, 1997. Woo. Not even $20 for a whole year subscription. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anybody sticking out? Ooh, Orson Scott Card. Books to look for. Orson Scott Card. Nice. All right. Fantasy sci-fi. That is October, November. What year is this? 1992, it looks like. 44th anniversary issue. I'm going to do these at $2. 15 seconds. Let's go. If anybody wants to bundle anything together, feel free to let me know. Also, if you're jumping around show to show tonight, please throw down a pre-bid on anything you might be interested in the store. It would be much appreciated. 240 pages. The 49th anniversary issue. That was 44, October, November. Here's 49, October, November. Nice, 1998. We've got Tanith Lee, Robert Sheckley, there you go, Avram Davidson, Pat Murphy, Greg Benford, Judith Moffat, Adam Troy Castro, Mary Rosenblum, and John Kessel. Nice. Emissary from a Green and Yellow World, Robert Sheckley. There you go. Nice one. $2 on the Fantasy and Sci-Fi. Up and running. Wayland, welcome. Good to see you. We're just running through some fantasy sci-fi magazines. We ran through some Michael Crichton. I've got another bin of new books that are not yet in the store. And we've already got a bunch of really cool stuff sitting there in the store. So check it out. All right, another October, November. You know what that means. It's anniversary month. The 51st anniversary issue. October, November 2000. Kate Wilhelm, James Morrow, Gregory Benford, Carol Ives Gilman, Alex Irvine, Robert Reed, Ray Bradbury, there you go, Louis Shiner, and one more time, Robert Sheckley. Very nice, very nice. All these are in good shape. You can see some of the address tags have been removed. All right, let's check the list here. Dreamseed, Earth's Blood. What was the one by Sheckley? Magic Maples and Marianne. Quid Pro Quo, Ray Bradbury. There you go. Nice. Sounds familiar? $2, 15 seconds on the Sci-Fi Mags. Okay, so that's 3 anniversary issues. Let's make it 4 anniversary issues. You see what I did here? October, November. We got Poul Anderson in this one. This is the 52nd anniversary issue, 2001. We got Jan Watson, Ray Bradbury, Albert Cowdery, Paul DiFilippo, Carol M. Schweiler, Neil Gaiman. Hello. John Morrissey, James Morrow, Gene Wolfe. It's okay. He wrote this before he was canceled. It's all right. It's all right. That schmuck. All right. Other People by Neil Gaiman. All right. Fantasy Sci-Fi. October, November 2000. What was this? 2002? Anniversary edition. Big book. $2. 15 seconds. Up and running. Yeah, the cover is pretty cool. Indeed. Hey, I've got another one. The 43rd anniversary issue. Guess what month it is? October, November. The year 1992. All right, check this one out. Algis Budrys, Charles DeLint, Joe Haldeman, Gene Wolfe, John Brunner. There you go. Ian Watson, Kit Reed, Nancy Springer, Terry Bisson, Jack Williamson, Gregory Benford. Nice one. This reminds me of the Stairways to Nowhere. That 3D. Nice back, too, on the DAW. That classic optical illusion. Dr. Quark cleans up another experiment. Nice shape. Survey says Hard Landing by Algis Budrys. There you go. And John Brunner is the Dead Man. Orson Scott Card, Books to Look For. Nice one. Another nice thick one. Let's go. I got a little more vintage ones coming up. Let's see, $2 on this one. We'll end it. I got two more, and then we got two of the vintage ones. A little more vintage. All right. May. Another cool cover. I like that one. May, Fantasy and Sci-Fi. Richard Bowes, The Mask of the Hex, or the Rex. Hex. Creation by Jeffrey Ford. Computer games. Ooh. Let's see, what's the price now? Is it below $20? Is it below $20? Let's see. 2 years. Woo, whoa, whoa. 1 year for $29.97. Whoa, the price went up. Price went up. Alex Irvine, Chichen Itza. That's a city in Mexico, isn't it? Chichen Itza. All right, here we go. Next one, $2. 15 seconds. Up next, we got another anniversary issue. This one coming up from 1994. All right, here he is. Come on now. Let's show Harlan a little love. Let's get him a little respect here. Harlan Ellison, Resnick, Esther Freisner, Bruce Sterling, Bradley Denton, Garden Dozois, Robert Reed, Park Godwin, John Kessel. Let's see what Ellison wrote in this one. Sensible City by Harlan Ellison. Ooh, I don't think I know that one. If this one doesn't sell, I might have to. I might have to keep this one. I don't know. We'll see. Go in my Harlan Ellison collection. All right. Let's see. Some real nice shape. 1994, 45th anniversary issue. $2, 15 seconds. Harlan Ellison. Right on the top. Bran Romero. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming on in. All right. Put this one here. The Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction. January 1977. That's the year Star Wars came out. Yes. Okay, the pale brown thing. A new story by Fritz Lieber, Isaac Asimov. There's the man right there. Off-white pages here, as you would expect with one of these from 1977. The Pale Brown Thing, first of two parts, Fritz Lieber. The Man Who Saved the Sun, Ari Lafferty. Books by Algis Budrys. Of course, you got the Gahan Wilson cartoons in here. Back in the 70s, real nice. I dig it. January 1977. $2. 15 seconds. Oh, thanks for smashing some hearts. Give those screens a tap or two. Get those hearts flowing. Got some nice stuff here. All right, here is the last of the mag. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got a whole other case of these, but these are all the new ones that I just found this weekend. Magazine of Fantasy and Sci-Fi, February 1977. So we got January and February. Part 2 of that story by Fritz Lieber. So you got part 1 and part 2. Maybe we'll throw these two together. How about that? Pale Brown Thing, second of two parts. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put these two together. All right. Nice shape. So we got January and February. So you get that complete Fritz Lieber story. The Pale Brown Thing. Part 1 and part 2. Let's do the two of them. Got to change the weight a little bit. And it's two of them for $4. Let's do 2 for $3. Why not? 2 for $3. Get the whole Fritz Lieber story. All right. Let's see if we can tempt anybody with the whole stack. How about this? Let's see if we put them all together. What if we put them all? What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Let's see, this is I gotta change the weight again. Hold on, sorry about that. 9 times 2 is 18. Let's go $14 for the whole stack. Now your shipping, I use flat rate shipping. So I know the shipping is gonna be $9 and change. Once you do that, everything else you buy tonight is free. Shipping. Free shipping. Make sure to get that word shipping in there. All right, thanks for your consideration. What if we did here? Let's do the same deal with Crichton. Do $6 for all 3 books. Change the weight again because that's not quite a pound. $6, all 3 Michael Crichton books. Put some bundles together for you. And after this, we'll move on to the next tray of books. All right. Let's see what we can find here next. Well, speaking of some Star Trek books, here's one. Star Trek Destiny, Book 3, Lost Souls. A little bit of rubbing here on the front. Not too bad, though. Spine's in decent shape. A little wear around the corners. Not much. Binding is tight. Real nice shape. Star Trek Destiny. $3. 15 seconds. Up and running. Ship Shops. Hello, hello. Kingsbury, good to see you. Karen, welcome. Jamie, hello, hello, one and all. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate y'all checking out the Sci-Fi book show tonight. I do a book show every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday, it's a different theme. So this week happens to be sci-fi, but if you check my shows in my profile, you can bookmark whatever show you're interested in. I do fantasy show, a sci-fi show, murder mystery show, vintage antiquarian show. I do a show on books about adult topics like sex and relationships and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, wide variety. Wide variety. But every week, every Wednesday, it's a different topic. So come on in every Wednesday or go pick the books that you like. Oh, and a horror book show. Can't forget the horror book show. That's one of my favorites. $3, 15 seconds on the Stargate. SG-1. That was a fun TV series. It did go on a little long, but it was a fun TV series. All right, up next, The Traveler, Journey to the Edge of Time, If You Dare, David Coleman. It's 267,000 BCE. Traveler arrives in the jungles of an ancient world, one never meant for humankind. Oh, there you go. Hate when that happens. People and Dinosaurs. That's a dinosaur book, technically, there, Chris. $3, 15 seconds. All right, there we go. There's The Traveler. The classic Ursula K. Le Guin, The Left Hand of Darkness. Love it. Winner of the Hugo and Nebula Awards. So it's kind of funny that I grabbed this one because this week on Jeopardy, one of the contestants, she was a one-time winner, but one of the contestants was a big sci-fi fantasy self-proclaimed fan, right? So Ken Jennings asks her, hey, give me a book that I should read that's fantasy or sci-fi. So she was like, I don't know. What do you want to read? He goes, fantasy and sci-fi. So she goes, well, you should really read Ursula K. Le Guin's The Left Hand of Darkness. It's amazing. And he said he hadn't read that one yet. So he said he was gonna. So, Ken, if you're watching, here it is. $3, 15 seconds. That is a true story. Go watch the repeat of Jeopardy from about 3 or 4 days ago. All right, The Left Hand of Darkness. I don't know what her right hand's doing, but her left hand is dark. Got another Star Trek here from the original series, Elusive Salvation. There you go. Nice clean spine on that one. All new adventure from history's shadow. Nice and square, no creasing. Nice tight binding. first paperback edition. $3.15. Archie, how you doing? Good to see you. Hayes boy, good to see you too. To one of my friends watching on YouTube, thank you so much for checking out the show. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm simulcasting the show from Whatnot on YouTube. Here in the upper right corner, you got a QR code. Either zap the QR code or check the link out there down at the bottom in the description. And join me here on Whatnot. If you join and make a purchase, you get a $15 credit. And I get a little $5 credit as well. So it works out great for both of us. And I'll just tell you, if you like books and that caught your eye on YouTube and you're watching this, there are hundreds of amazing booksellers here on Whatnot. Literally any book you're looking for, you can and will find. So come on and join the fun on Whatnot. Whatnot does not pay me to say that, but I'm willing to take money to do so. So, so if any of my Whatnot friends are watching, there you go. Just throwing it out there. This is a nice one. I've shown this one before. Fossil Hunter, Robert J. Sawyer. So another dinosaur sci-fi theme. The sacred scrolls teach that the first intelligent saurians emerged from the eighth and final egg of God. Taroka, son of Afsan the Farseer, is a geologist searching for the rare metals needed to take his species to the stars. But what he's discovered instead is an artifact immeasurably ancient that may reveal at last the true origin of a world of dinosaurs. I wonder what it could be. Alright, Jurassic Park in reverse, we'll call this one. Fossil Hunter. Maybe the fossils he's looking for are mankind. Last few seconds on Fossil Hunter. Spoiler alert, at the end of Planet of the Apes, they're on Earth. Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil that for you. It's only been 53 years. Alright, here we go. Sandra McDonald, The Stars Blue Yonder. Nice Tor paperback. A little bit of a crease here on the corner. Smart fun read. Chief Terry Mael died and became a god. Now he's been returned to life, and he's careening around space and time at the behest of a voice that told him to save all of mankind. All right. There's your premise right there. A little off-white tanning on the front, inside, front and back covers. Otherwise, real nice shape. Nice tight spine. $3.15. All right, got another Star Trek here, but this one's a hardcover. It's real nice too. Star Trek Prime Directive by Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens. I like the red foil on that. That's cool. It is embossed as well. The Enterprise, the words are all embossed there. That's pretty cool. What do we got? The first pocketbook hardcover printing here, September 1990. I think we might have a name in this one too. Let's see here. There you go. Yep. Sandra, September 1990. Why she had to write it twice, I don't know. Let's take a look on the inside. He's got a little shake in there. Yeah, it's got a little tear here. I'll tell you what. Let's do $1 on this one. Let's do $1 on this bad boy. It's a little bit heavier, but let's just do $1 start. It's a reader, okay? I can feel that the spine here, you can see the spine is split, right? It's split right there, okay? All pages are there. It's intact, but how about $1? Get a nice read out of it. And it does have that cool cover. All right, maybe we'll save this one for a giveaway. Future giveaway, maybe. Something to think about. All right, again, I like to try to find unique and different books. This definitely fits that bill. Cybernaut, a space poem by E.G. Valens. This is some interesting stuff. I read about half of it, and it is pretty cool. I've been waiting for someone to put the force and feeling of outer space into a poem. Now E.G. Valens has done it. Cybernaut takes science fiction and lifts it with sweeping power of poetry. The images are sharp and appropriately far out. The perceptions and the blocking out of sensibilities are vivid. The injuries to sense and spirit, the terrors of overwhelming emptiness are packed into lines that burn their way into the mind. So it's got the dust jacket on it. All right. U. Stevens Library at Stevens College. Viking Press. Let's get the year on this one. Yes. 1968. Viking Press. It's got the library stamps and let's see. Where U. Stevens Library, Stevens College in Columbia, Missouri. Interesting. I wonder if Stevens College is still there. Looks like someone was using this for work too. There are some interesting illustrations. It does have some cool illustrations. The place is no place. Space, the great between. The time? Time steeps in the crock of night. Got a little writing. Bluntly, this is Operation Christopher, trans-solar probe. Status, manned. Orbit, modified parabolic. Duration, maximal. They shot this arrow in the air. It fell nowhere. Tell me, Mr. Astronaut, upon your long and cosmic prowl, how does it feel returning home at several dozen million miles per hour? How does it feel? How does it feel? Historians and patriots, attend! I, the new Columbus, captain and commander of the Nina 2, a giant mushroom with a flaring stem. Hey, easy now. Easy now. A sturdy hull. Hey, easy. And 10 computers for a crew. All right, that's enough. No charge for the dramatic reading. All right, let's go. $3, 15, 20 seconds. Up and running. It is a pretty cool book, though. I kind of dig that sensibility there from the late 60s, early 70s, and that's around the time when the space program was going bonkers, and really neat. An epic space poem. Who knew? Who knew? All right, we'll put Cybernaut up here. Throw another hardcover at you. Hellstrom's Hive. All right, Frank Herbert. He wrote some kind of book about a desert or something and spices. Who's going to read a book about spices? I mean, come on. Hellstrom's Hive is where it's at. The author of Dune returns with an exciting new novel of menace. In the summer of 1971, Dr. Nils Hellstrom appeared in his own film production, The Hellstrom Chronicle. The motion picture was a frightening documentary detailing how insects could someday rule the world. It depicted how even a tiny ant or housefly, undaunted by drought, pollution, or radiation, could survive through the most deadly holocaust, when higher forms of life like man would wither and perish. There you go. Frank Herbert. Let's see, is this a first edition? I'm going to say this is a first edition. Copyright 7273. This work was originally published under the title Project 40 in Galaxy Magazine. So yeah, first printing. Real nice. Hellstrom's Hive, Frank Herbert. I, for one, welcome our insect overlords. There you go. Nice. Nice. Let them take over. See if they can do any better. You think you can do better? Okay, ants. Go ahead. I noticed they didn't mention cockroaches. $3, 15 seconds, up and running. No mention of cockroaches. Usually the go-to is the cockroach, but not even mentioned. Frank Herbert, what a hack. Forget that Dune thing. I'd like to see Timothy Chalamet being chased by giant ants. How about that? That's what I want to see. Star Trek Voyager, String Theory, Book 3, Evolution. Spine Uncreased. Book appears unread. Some light tanning. Does have a little curve to it, but must have been from storage, but unread. Whoop. Let me change the weight on that one. $3, 15 seconds. Up and running. Star Trek Voyager novel. The Holodoc on the cover. All right. Jihad, hello. All right. I got another Star Trek here. I mentioned this earlier in the show, but tonight I won an auction where I just picked up, I just purchased about 60 Star Trek books. So my next sci-fi show, we'll probably make it a Star Trek theme about 4 weeks from now. Maybe 6 weeks from now. Nice red border on this one. This Star Trek book, I had never seen before, so I had to pick it up. The Case of the Colonist's Corpse, a Sam Coogley mystery. Very cool. When Kirk faced court-martial, he chose the best lawyer in the Federation, Samuel T. Coogley, a cranky old man who prefers books to pads and people to computers. The planet Anahur 2 sits in the middle of the neutral zone, and neither the Klingon Empire nor the Federation can claim it. Under the terms of the Organian Peace Treaty, any such contested colony world will go to the party, Federation or Klingon, which shows it can best develop the planet. So, yeah, interesting. I'd never seen this one. It's pretty cool. Again, another book, looks like it's never been read. First pocketbook paperback edition, January 2004. God, a 21-year-old book already. All right, here we go. $3, 15 seconds. Up and running. D, how's it going? Good to see you. Jawbreaker Zulu, what's up? JBZ. Okay. All right, let's go a little vintage here. Love the cover here. Lancer, Jack Williamson's greatest science fiction novel. The humanoids. The robots ruled with gentle hands, but men's minds were enslaved. Yep, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. To serve and obey and guard men from harm. That was the law of the humanoids, but it made them masters instead of servants. I hate when that happens. Everybody's talking about robots taking over this and that and the other thing, but when they put the AI into the robots, that's the day you gotta freak out a little bit. And don't think they haven't already tried it. Love it. Yeah, this vintage cover is pretty awesome. I agree, D. So my daughter went to Cornell University, and she was very much into robotics at the time. And I caught this. This one's up and running for 3. Um, I caught this documentary. It wasn't at Cornell. Maybe it was Stanford in California. But okay, yeah. So you know that whole Ithaca area. But they had put kind of an interactive program. They didn't call it AI, but it was an interactive program into a robot that had like 20, 50 or 60 links to it. And the PhD student who was doing the work gave each linkage a camera, so it had an eye and it could see. And there was kind of like an AI program in it where it would respond to what it saw and move and track things and that. It was a little weird. It was a little weird. It was a little scary. All right, if you like that vintage cover, here's another one. Ace F267, the best from fantasy and sci-fi, ninth series. I've got the whole front end of the store is a bunch of vintage books too. Happy to talk price on them. Happy to bundle them together. But they've been sitting there a while, so I'm happy to move them on to a new home. This is copyright 1959. 1959, the best fantasy and sci-fi ninth series. $3, 15 seconds. Last Crusade, hello. All right, we'll put that one there. How about Classic Ace? Andre Norton, The Crossroads of Time. Complete, unabridged, a chase through alternate worlds. Everything gets a second chance. That's the shattering discovery Blake Walker made when he learned that there are innumerable parallel worlds, on each of which history has taken a different alternate path. A brilliant sci-fi novel of how Blake crossed from alternate Earth to alternate Earth in a search for the means to save his own home world from disaster. You mean like a multiverse? All right, listen, Marvel and DC, they didn't invent the multiverse, okay? They've been talking about that since the 1950s. Crossroads of Time, $3, 15 seconds. Up and running. So yeah, please take some time, check out the store, throw down a pre-bid. If there's anything in the store you want to bundle together, let me know. If you want to make offers on anything, happy to talk about it. Just let me know in the chat. These are books I'm here to sell, not collect. So here we go. Gordon Dixon, the Genetic General. Did he face a galactic Waterloo? Again, really nice cover. Complete, unabridged. Spine's in real nice shape. The story of Donald Graham of the Dorsai has become a classic of science fiction interstellar conflict. Gordon Dixon's first great novel, it is a powerful vision of a family bred to military triumphs and of the vast star-strewn galactic civilization which required the services of such a genetically bred family of generals. The genetic general, Gordon Dixon. Up and running. $3, 15 seconds. All right. The genetic general. DAW 148. The 1975. Oh my God. 50 years old this book is. The 1975 Annual World's Best Science Fiction. Donald Wollheim presents the 10 best of the year. Oh, oh, oh. Do you see what I see? George R.R. Martin. Woo, look at that. All right, let's go see who wrote what. A little tanning, a little crease on the back cover. 1975. Oh, The Bleeding Man. Sandy must like this one. I guess Sandy liked that story. Okay, that's nice. Let's see what we got here. A Song for Leah. George R.R. Martin. Death Song. Sidney Van Sciac. Full member of the club, Bob Shaw. The Sun's Tears. Brian Stableford. The Gift of Garagoli, Kornbluth, and Pole. The 4-Hour Fugue, Alfred Bester. Twig, Gordon Dixon. Cathedonian Odyssey, Michael Bishop. The Bleeding Man, Craig Street. Stranger in Paradise, Isaac Asimov. There you go. The 50-year-old, oh my God, 68, I was 7. I was 7 years old, D, in 1975. I know. I remember 1975. uh, there you go. There's the doll. Nice cover. Kind of feels a little like Frazetta, but that's not Frazetta. I don't think so. Starborn, Andre Norton. Spine's in nice shape. Little light tanning on the back cover and in the front inside cover. And this is the 6th Ace printing, 1978. Nice one. Starborn, Andre Norton. $3 start, 15 seconds. All right. Check this out here. All right. Super cool. Super cool. All right. Let me check. Let me pull a couple other things out here. Let's see. 42800. 42800. All right. So here is something out of the store. These are the Ace doubles. Debana Canthos, Alex Dane, Kalen by E.C. Tubb. So you get 2 books in one here. And you get the flip book, and you get the vintage sci-fi ad in the middle. So it is literally a flip book. Super cool. Ace double. Let's go 15 seconds. Ah, thank you for the share there, D. All right. We can look at number 2. Pin this one. Let's see. Do I have the right one here? 044. Yeah, D44. The Ultimate Invader. Eric Frank Russell, Leinster, Long, and Jameson. And Sentinels of Space. There's a great vintage cover for you. Looks in nice shape. It's a double. It's a flip book. Let's get it going. $5, 15 seconds. All right. Put this one back. And the next one. Let's go for the next flip book. Another ace double. D113. 1 in 300. The story of the final destruction of the earth told with terrifying personal urgency. And the transposed man. He stole men's bodies to betray their minds. I hate when that happens. Flips good. Some, again, tanned pages, tanned on the inside. Great covers. $5 on these. 15 seconds. Up and running. All right. Let's do one more. One more here. See if this one gets the juices flowing for you. Overlords from Space. All right. They sought the secret of life on Earth. Overlords from Space. Someone's getting shot in the back. And on the flip side, The Man Who Mastered Time by Ray Cummings. He raced through time to save a girl not yet born. That sounds like the Terminator. Except it's a boy who is not yet born. I'm telling you, there are no new ideas. $5, 15 seconds, up and running. Nope. Yes, that's why when some kind of new idea pops up, it's like everybody pays attention because very rarely do you see that. All right, my friends, I'll tell you what, D, I got to get up early for work tomorrow. It's a little, well, you're East Coast, I'm East Coast. little bit after 11 here, so I think we're going to shut it down now. I want to thank everybody who stopped in to check out the show tonight. Much, much appreciated. Yeah, me too. Yeah, no problem, D. Hope to see you again soon, okay? Every Wednesday there's a book show. I also do a kind of like a monthly kids book show as well. I'll show you real quick. These are the book shows I run every Wednesday. It's a different topic: antiquarian, sex and related, mystery and suspense, fantasy, horror, sci-fi, and kids books. So that covers the gamut. All right. Once again, let me just say thank you to everybody on YouTube who might be watching the simulcast. Much appreciated. Come check me out here on Whatnot. Give me a little follow and there on YouTube, and come on over to Whatnot and check it out. Thanks again to everybody. We will catch you next time on Whatnot. Until then, keep things cool, calm, and collected.